Hello and welcome in. I am the average goob, and today I'm going to be working on Rise of the Intern. We're actually going to be working on the game design document. I've got the classes kind of all figured out. I used some AI to generate some summaries based off of what we did in last stream, which was coming up with kind of their weapons, armor ideas, passives, and actives. And it kind of gave maybe a little bit too much description and stuff, but I guess it's a work in progress here. But I'm going to be continuing into the game design document and working on what I actually want out of this game. Now that I kind of have a feel of what I actually want to include. So maybe getting through some of the gameplay, listing up the mechanics here, maybe even delving into a little bit of the aesthetics and story. Welcome in, Ooga Booga. Hope you're doing well today. 2 streams in 1 day, I know. Who is this guy? I figured I'd do that instead of just streaming game and then game dev. So just doing gaming. Yeah, I mean that's usually what my weekends consist of too. So I totally get it. I do like kind of the overviews that the AI gave here. We'll say GPT. I got locked out though, generating these things, so will not be able to use it tonight. Uh, Lethal Company. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit of Lethal Company. No big deal. That's cool. It's actually cool that like you're able to play it for that long. I mean, yeah, at some point it's not scary anymore, right? Or do you play with mods that make it scarier? Oh my gosh. Even since my other stream? That's okay. Between you and me, I basically just played WoW all day anyways. I did a little bit of this, like putting this document together and a little bit of thinking on it, but I've just been a veggie all day. Oh, let's see. Okay. So let's dig in here. What do we got? Oh yeah. The other thing was the crafting inspiration. So these are probably things I'm going to be drawing as like crafting and usable weapons and stuff, but items that you find. So we got a bunch of office supplies, we've got some equipment and machinery, things that you can break down, and then miscellaneous things that you would find to help make a bunch of these crafted items. So this includes some of the crafted items that we came up with on stream, plus a few more. So I've got 20 total right now, and these will probably change. Like one of these was a fax machine flamethrower. I can't really see how this would work, but maybe it's like a turret. Maybe it's a turret that you put down. And yeah, see, it says converts a fax machine into a short range flamethrower. I think that would be kind of cool. So it's not something you take with you, it's something you activate based on some of the crafting materials that you have. You never use mods, but if you do, it's to make the game harder and scarier. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured you'd do with it. Because it's like adding SCP stuff into it or just other horror game elements would make it pretty scary. Oh my gosh, you got your 500 hours mark. You're officially a Lethal Company pilot. You've got all your flight hours. All right. So, the game progression. And this is the way I see it, and I can expand on this like I did with the other document, but basically I see the player selects new game. This will give them the option to play career mode, boss rush, or mini games. The boss rush and mini games will be grayed out. To unlock boss rush, you need to beat the game once through. To unlock mini games, you just need to play them once in game, and they will be available to play on their own. So I was thinking they'll be able to do boss rush after they beat it, mini games. I got a notification, sorry. Which is like, we have good news. September's over, but gifted sub discounts are still here. Okay. And then the mini games, I was thinking, since I'm gonna be making like little scenes where you can go and do these mini game things, it would be fun to have these individual. And what comes to mind is, what's that one game? What is that one game? Pummel Party. There's not really like a selection, is there? I don't know if you've ever played Pummel Party, but like it's legit fun. Why are you angry? Saw tier list. That's Mario Party. Yeah, it's almost like Mario Party, but yeah, Pummel Party. So kind of like a selection. Go ahead and put these in here. Uh, mini game selection. So this would be like Pummel Party style. Got a banana, and when you peeled it, most of it just fell on the floor under your foot. No, that sucks. That is very unfortunate. I'm sorry that a banana fell on your foot. Oh, I know the pain though. Uh, career mode. Be a level select that lets player. Actually, they have to create their character. Oh my gosh, I didn't even consider something. Oh, I'm gonna have to do saving and loading and learn how to do all that. Oh, that needs to go into list of mechanics here. Just put it at the bottom. Player should be able to save, load their progress. Try to implement an auto save feature. I'm trying so hard not to spend my 1K. Wow, you got to 1K already. That's impressive. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few things you can do with the 1K. Guess I didn't realize stretch was so expensive. But hey, at 2K, you can name something worth saving up. I'll probably have to put in like a list of things that we can actually name. Nothing. Nothing. I just introed and I decided I'm gonna flesh out the game design document with kind of what I want the game to be now that I have an idea. So we're pump chumping right here.
Pump chumping.
Pump chumping. I'm gonna name something the Stellar Goob. Yeah, I like that name. Totally not a ripoff. Yeah, exactly. The Stellar Goob.
I like that.
That's actually a great name.
Average frog, the stellar goob.
Average Frog and Stellar Goob. They can be companions that you summon. All right, let's not get out of hand here. We already have scoped down the mechanics, and I just added a mechanic of saving and loading because I totally didn't think of that as a mechanic.
Oh,
I guess technically I have character customization under RPG progression, so there's a lot of like sub mechanics in here. And we got to come up with names for pogs, so we can't really use pogs. I'm sure that's copywritten somewhere. Worst case, I call them tokens.
we can
But
figure out a name.
yeah, best case, we come up with a better name. Also, I'm just gonna keep saying I hate that when I come to these documents, it doesn't put me where I left off. Thank goodness I have a table of contents.
Get any hidden H2s in that table of contents?
I have a whole list of not hidden things in this table of contents. You want to delete them?
Sure. I can do that.
I should have enough when I come back for the next stream because of Stream Streak. Heck yeah. I just never stream again. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Most likely be streaming again tomorrow. But let's focus on what we got here, which is I am streaming, and you might be able to get the points tonight. We could do a gamble. How many times I forget to write something down that is mentioned? So in career mode, there's going to be a character selection screen. If there isn't an available character to pick from, the player can create a new character. Let's see. If a new character is created, there is a character creation screen where the player can select the class and starting gear. Class, starting gear, and initial stats. So we do need to define stats too. Don't give you a heart attack. Sorry, no heart attacks. Just game design. So once the character's created, I mean, they start out on their first day. Maybe they enter the doors of the corporation. So after the character is selected, player will choose a corporation to join. This will be a level select with available corpse. As a heart attack, only way to save me is to give me 1k points right now. I don't know how to give points. I don't think you can. So I'm sorry. Yeah, you're on your own. I'm sorry. I can't do anything. Can I? Manage rewards. No, you're on your own. I can't help. If this was a custom loyalty system, I probably could. Nope. I cannot give points.
Oh,
I don't think. Twitch channel points. No. No, the only thing you can do is watch me. You can follow me. So you're already doing those two things. You get channel points when you participate in raids, which I think is like 500 points, which is why I raid out. Gives you a chance to give more points. And then the click to claim notification, or if we gamble. I just don't have anything to gamble on. Just to like gamble heads or tails. But we can't do that. No gambling unless it's necessary.
unless it's necessary.
Yeah, like heads or tails for channel points, not real money. So we level select with available corpse. The more corporations that are conquered, the more that will be available to the player. Cool. So after they pick a place, I'm just trying to think through this. There's gonna be a lot of rambling.
I'm good at that.
Me too.
I don't
More.
know if you've ever noticed.
No, no, you don't ramble.
Never.
No,
Me?
you have musings.
Musings that go
Musings.
on for a long time.
Exactly. I read a quote today or the other day. It's just like game dev is 90% staring at the cursor on the screen.
Is it true?
No, not in this channel. Not in this
In
channel.
this channel, it's 90% game design docs.
Exactly. Exactly. I think I've made more game design documents than games in this channel so far. But
So far.
it helped me make Archmist, and Archmist came out really good.
It is good. It's a good idea. Good to have a plan.
Yeah, otherwise I'd be doing this in the game engine and I would just be making random things.
What was that?
What'd you drop?
I don't know. Probably my monitor
Oh,
battery. Yes. I hate that thing. I should Velcro it to the bottom of the desk.
time to get new monitors. Oh no. All right. In career mode, the player starts out with nothing and progresses through company by completing various tasks. Imagine reading documents. Couldn't have been me all yesterday. Oh, when you were doing your animation stuff or your pathfinding? Are you doing animation still? Figure out your pathfinding stuff. Gosh, reading through docs sucks. Writing them is not too bad though.
At least it's active.
Yeah. Like if I had to sit here reading all this and this was like somebody else's game design document, I was making the game design document from somebody else, I'd probably get bored.
I have a hard time doing things that don't require like action, you know?
Yeah, me too.
Unless I'm really interested, then I guess I could just read.
Mini games in the form of completing work related tasks. Stream sessions. Here, let's do RP survivors. Survivors combat in the form of daydreams and naps.
Took me a minute to realize what you were saying when you said Sir
Sir,
Vivor.
sir. The animation. Oh, animation's all good. The animation thing was fine. Oh, it was fine this whole time. Apparently, when you use player service or something, that one variable doesn't get replaced and actually just adds the player to the value with the others. So it creates like an array. Wait, it creates an object array of the variables for the players? Does it like add the player to that array that you can access it like dot notation? So you're like player dot stat, and that will work for any player. Player 2 dot stat maybe. I'll have to dabble in Lua eventually. I have a React and TypeScript that I have to learn. It just stores a list of players apparently, I guess. Yeah, netcode is it's interesting to work with, but it's nice when you have something in place already, like a framework for like Roblox. Because when I was trying to do netcode stuff, I mean Opera, when they released their GX Games setup, they give you kind of like a starter way to do things, and now it's a little bit easier, but it's been mystical. Like nobody knows how to do netcode. It's secret, and it's like that's the kind of job you want to have that'll secure your future if you know how to do it.
Secret code.
Secret code. It's just like IT. Nobody knows what IT does. So I know what they do, and it's very boring and good for them. They can make as much money as they want.
You were talking earlier about adding save and load,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about it would be cool to have an ability for the gamer that's save and load, and it's like a teleport. Like you drop a ghost of yourself and you can teleport to it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if that would be like difficult to do or not, but I thought it would be kind of fun.
Short range teleport, like the monk in WoW. I know what you're talking about. That's actually a
Yeah,
really cool idea. That's a great idea. So that could be like something that the cheat code turns into maybe. So you can like it's like a cheat basically. Interesting.
could be. You maybe get cheat codes that you like unlock as you level up.
It's a good idea.
It's like save state. I was thinking just like save and load.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Save drops a ghost, load, you teleport to it.
Yeah, and that's fine. Whenever like we have ideas like that, like I can write them down. There's a notes section for a reason, and I've already generated like the class overviews, which are the like initial classes. So then I can just add to the notes and I can always refer back to those. So yeah, definitely if you have an idea when I'm coming up with stuff, let me know. That goes for anybody.
You could also, if you change the name so it's not about interns, you could open it up to like any career path.
Nah, I mean that's like modifying things. I mean,
I mean, it would just be changing the
just
name
just call it Groundhog Day, and then
and
like
you're
you can repeat something or whatever. It just takes you back.
no, you're just climbing the corporate ladder or just climbing the career ladder or whatever. Just advancing in a career.
Roblox Lua is different from pure Lua. Oh, so it's like a subscript, like a Ruby game scripting system for RPG Maker isn't technically Ruby.
I've only ever heard of Ruby on Rails. I don't even know what that is.
I think that's like web code, like Ruby's web code. Because I think I don't know. It's got like tiers of it. Types of Ruby language. Yeah, I think Ruby on Rails is
What if one of your
Awesome.
classes was junior web developer?
Why?
Just
That's
because you're a web developer and I think it's cute.
dude, like, well, like in the future, I think adding other classes and stuff around this would be great. I technically only wanted to start with 3 classes, but I couldn't pick. I couldn't pick 3.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to start with one at a time anyway.
Right, that's why the gamer's first. The lobbies in Lethal Company are kind of weird. Lethal Company's like half actually playing and half Tinder. That's weird.
Ew,
I can't say it's too weird because Stellar Frog and I we met playing World of Warcraft basically. So
that is true.
I mean
That is
we
true.
can't say it's too weird. Like we get it, but I just can't imagine how cringe it is. That's all.
Yeah. I just can't imagine like the type of people playing Lethal Company. Like, are they young people? Are they old people? Is it a mix of everybody? It strikes me as a game that a lot of kids would play. I think that's why my
Right.
reaction was like,
Okay. Minigames, survivors combat, and quests in the form of what was that? Like the job board, a Java board.
maybe the job board, like bulletin board, has like missions that you can accept, and it like gives you bonus. I don't know, experience, money, points, whatever, something.
Yeah. Well, okay. I was thinking of it like this. Like, so a lot of mini games are going to kind of drive these things. So, like, maybe one of the quests could be like, file this paper for Jan. And it's like, you just go take the paper and you put it in the filing cabinet in the right place or whatever. And you get better rewards if you put it in the right place or something. And then good enough points if you just throw it in the filing cabinet. So you just go over and just throw it in. You don't do the mini game or something. So I was thinking kind of along those lines. Again, I don't know what kind of mini games I can do or how difficult this is going to be, but working with Godot has been a lot of fun. And the fact that I can individualize scenes and then bring them in as I need them to like I don't see why I can't do this kind of gameplay.
That sounds fun. I love games that have mini games in them.
Yeah. Meeting by chance is different than making lobbies that are named looking for boyfriend and girlfriend. All right, that's
Well, people used to do that on WoW.
yeah, they used to. Hey, what's up, Jern? How you doing today, man? I swear I'm working on a video game.
You are.
This is my next game, Rise of the Intern. Double stream? What? Granger back from the other stream.
What is that emote?
That's Irish John's face. Yeah, double stream. I decided to split up the gaming and the game design into one day, but separate times. Okay. Okay, that's even better emote. Uh, you're a hater of Godot, literally gonna throw hands with it. Like you're gonna take your hands off and throw them. Why? Why? What is wrong with Godot? The game engine has done nothing wrong. Right? Jern's emotes are great.
Was that Jern?
Yeah, that's
I wasn't reading chat when you said that.
oh, it's Irish John Games. Those are his face turned into emotes. Look at him just yapping in that one. That's funny. I think this one's my favorite goob emote. Obviously, not as good as the goob goob, right? But like the thinking one's funny.
The Goob Goob is my favorite.
You can't understand Godot? Oh, thank you for the 10 biddies. Question. Why do you have so many emotes of you being smug? Oh man. You can't understand Godot? Well, you can't hate something because you don't understand it. Like, that's not
That's
fair.
that used to be me for a long time. If I didn't understand something right away, I'd be like, "I'm just bad at this," and I'd give up on it.
Yeah, like,
But don't give up on it.
y
You can learn.
you just gotta
It's
try.
okay. Yeah, just try and don't give up, and eventually you'll understand.
It went ham, the community made them. Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say, if you made them, it's funny, but if the community made them, it makes sense. Genesis.com. What is going on? Welcome in. We in the house. We're in my house right now. Take your shoes off. I don't care if you like keeping your shoes on. I keep my shoes on. You take yours off. What?
Look at your shoes
What?
that
My
you're
shoes are
wearing.
clean. Oh no, they got an ad.
These are house shoes. They're clean.
These are house shoes. You guys think I'm joking? I'm not joking.
There's some clean house shoes.
Oh, hold on. You didn't see the bottom? You don't believe me?
Just make sure it's not dirty first.
Oh yeah. That's how confident I was. They've never been outside. Yeah, I'm wearing my shoes while I'm sitting down. What's it to you? I stand sometimes in the house. Call out equals ad. Goob, did you set that up? No, it's there's an ad that runs every 30 minutes. It just so happens that we've been live for 34 minutes.
Conspiracy. It's a goobspiracy.
Also, about that 4 hours of standing on bare feet, did you try it? And it hurts, doesn't it?
It makes your feet hurt.
It's not worth it. You gotta get shoes with arch support.
Well, it's not good to stand in one place for 4 hours at a time either.
That too.
It's not good for your feet.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm still under the career mode part here. So everyone that's just getting here and tuning in, I am working on a game called Rise of the Intern. Let me scroll to the top. So this is the game design document that I'm working on. I even put the date in the European way because I figured uh it just I don't know, my template had it like that, so I just did it like that. But yeah, this is Rise of the Intern. It's a 2D survivors like RPG set in a corporate world where you take on the role of a we got some classes that we actually defined: the gamer, the delivery driver, the retail worker, the fast food employee, and the admin assistant. The admin ass. But yeah, it's gonna be for I'm gonna be making it in Godot. I come from a long background of using game maker. So I've got a website, averagegamestudio.com, and all these games for the most part are made in game maker except for Archimist, which is my latest game. It took me about 3 months to fully complete this one to where it's at. Like, I built it in 2 weeks for a game jam, and yeah, all these games are made in game jams. But this is the one that I spent the most time kind of polishing, and this is my first game in Godot. So I am learning and getting better, and I've told Granger like Unity is not out of the question. uh I've used Unity before. I went to college and learned Unreal Development Kit, which is Unreal Engine now, so it's a little bit different. I've used RPG Maker, I've used Game Maker, I've used Construct, like everything. So I'm finding the game engine that I like, and right now Godot is checking the boxes for me. I love it. However, Granger did show me I'm a I'm a web developer, so Granger showed me that Unity's UI features are very heavily influenced by HTML, XML, like CSS, web terms that are like I'm like,
Does that pique your interest there?
it did. And Unity 6 is coming out. I love how everyone calls Unity the dark side. Well, it's not the dark side anymore because they backtracked a lot of those horrendous decisions about stealing money from indie developers. Oh, you're a successful indie developer? Give us all your money. Right. Yeah, the new stuff. That's what I'm saying. So there is a possibility of Unity in the future. I've seen Irish John Games use it. I've seen Granger use it now. I've used it myself. I made a little project back in the day. The elephant toy room where you're like a kid with a Gatling gun or something. It was like a tutorial one.
Kid with a Gatling gun.
I don't know. Is
The kids shouldn't have that.
that what it is? I don't even know. I don't even know where it's at. It's pretty good IMO, but like everyone, the engine has its ups and downs. Exactly, yeah. And that's I'm gonna use the engine for the game. I'm not gonna dictate my limitations based on a preference of like public opinions. So yeah. Every engine sucks. Oh no, every engine. Got you. You're just correcting yourself. Back in the day. All right, so what I'm working on now is the game progression and how I imagine this game playing so that when I'm actually building it, I have kind of a roadmap. So there's going to be a few game modes. We're going to have career mode, boss rush, and mini games. I feel like the boss rush and mini games are pretty straightforward. All right. Thanks for the follow, Genesis.com. I appreciate that. And we've got the goop stand. So we're going to do this thing where I stand, or at least the standing desk does. Oh, it's just the top of my head. Oh my god, he's shrinking. Oh geez, what happened?
What happened?
somebody, somebody posted a link. What?
Oh, click up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Oh,
it does look like that, doesn't it?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you got auto-modded for the link. But yeah, no, it's click up. Sorry. Hopefully, you can still chat in here. But Jayo, yeah, it's clickup.com, I swear. Don't don't mind the fact that there's C and L right next to each other. No, Ooga Booga. That's not cheap viewers. They're actually they're like, I thought that said dickup.com. It's not. It's
The C and the L and click up look kind of like a D because they're very close together.
yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. We've mentioned that before, and I was like, I didn't realize that. How do you feel about being forced to stand up?
Do you like
I feel
standing up?
fine. Yeah, I love standing. That's why I wear shoes. Anyways, so we got the 15-minute timer. Where is it? Over there. Plot twist. It actually is tick up. Yeah. It's been joking this whole time.
Helps you get those hard tasks done.
Yeah, it helped. You heard of eating the frog. Anyways, project management humor. After the after the character selects their character or they create their new character, they get to select a corporation to join, right, from the available corps. And so there's going to be ones that are grayed out and ones that you can join. There'll probably be like the first one you join is going to be the set one, and then future playthroughs you can join other ones.
Every time you say corpse, I hear like dead body.
All right, I'll call them corpos.
Corp, corpo.
Also,
Companies?
is the female voice a dev? No, she is
Um,
a uh
I'm just a little baby.
she's the little, you don't, she's right here. She's this little frog.
I'm a frog.
No, she is my life partner, fiance, future wife. Uh but she does creative stuff. So we're talking about making games together in the future. And if everybody can convince her to keep working on Blender and stuff, it'll push me into working on some 3D games probably.
I need to finish my Blender tutorial. But I also I really want to learn like good pixel art too. 'Cause I love like a good pixel art game. Pixel art with like good lighting, so good.
Lethal Company jam up in here. I know, right? 3D dev can be hard, yeah. And no, I haven't started development yet. As a matter of fact, I can show you how far I've made it. Check this out.
Maybe I should schedule one, like commit at least 1 day a week to working on Blender. Just force myself to do it.
I present to you Rise of the Intern. Here, watch. We can hit the play button. Eh? Eh? I started development. Look, it has it in the title. It says Rise of the Intern. Debug. So no, this is I haven't done anything. I'm just working on the game design document, and I've done some mood boarding, talking about game feel, making it survivors like in the corporate world. I tried looking for corporate games. If you know of any, please send them my way. Uh, Let me know, like maybe not a link, but just like a name of a game. Like the Suits, a business RPG. I want to research this. My game is going to be hand drawn. I've listed out mechanics. I figured out what I wanted. Added this today, the minigame selection mode, and then I've been just working on the game design document. Gray screen is so AAA. I mean, like, it has to start somewhere. Clean project with a name, exactly. That's actually I should make my starter project out of that, Granger, like we talked about. See, look at that. Granger said keep doing Blender. You've got this.
I've always wanted to learn 3D modeling. I have so many things that I want to do right now, and it's kind of overwhelming. Sometimes when there's too many choices, it makes it hard to pick something to actually do.
Yeah. Making models and such, but animating. So you like making models, but animating is what you're trying to learn? Yeah, that's I actually learned digital art and animation this year. Just go back to my little games here, average game studio. So I did all the art for this game that I recently made called Alchemist. It's all hand drawn. And I did this was the first game that I did with all my own hand drawn digital art called Key the Board Warrior. But it was survivors like, and I made this in Game Maker. I kind of wish I went to Godot, but the goal of this game was to blog about it, do it like a devlog, and show people my process of like learning art. I have to go through this website and replace all of the videos with the YouTube videos because all of the stuff is there. So I have all the YouTube videos for this. I just got to swap them out. But I learned how to do art on stream in front of everybody, which was terrifying. And
You did a good job.
thank you. Like I feel like I actually accomplished what I was going for. So it was a lot of fun. It was scary. Um, and you can see like when I started, I was really thinking about going like I traced this one. I traced this one. I traced a little bit of this one. But I was gonna go something advanced. And I was like, I don't know. Like that's just too much to do. So I started with that, and then I started drawing. Well, it was draw cute, but uh, that picture's not that cute.
That one's not very cute.
Yeah, there we go. See, like so, like little simple drawings. My face says it all. And then yeah. Anyways, so like I started just drawing things and having fun, and I was going through. I had tutorials like Udemy courses, and then I have like books and stuff that I was learning from. Like all of these are from a book. All of these characters are from a book. I didn't follow a tutorial. I just looked at it and just tried to create it. I,
And he didn't do it on stream, but he also, before this, did a really long, like, Udemy course for Procreate, right?
yeah, so I use Procreate to draw everything. Um, but I started off with a tablet and I was like, nah, I don't think this is gonna be good for me. So I started using an iPad with Procreate.
That was a
Yeah.
long course, too.
Yeah, it was 60 hours.
Was it 60 hours?
Yeah.
I thought it was like 20.
No, it was 40, I think, on the label, but it took me like 60 hours. I should start with lower poly. Oh yeah, when I do 3D stuff, it's low poly all the way. I'm a huge fan of low poly as it is.
You should start with
So
photorealistic.
yeah, oh yeah, totally. And then this is another game that I made. And this was all Illustrator art. I just used mouse and keyboard or whatever and made everything in Illustrator. That's why everything's blocky and edgy and stuff. But this game, Quiet Quitter, was actually my first full art, all me. It was just a one button game, but I did all the art for this too, and I thought it was fun. So I always have kind of like this style to fall back on. And I'm a web developer, graphic designer, so this stuff was a little bit easier for me. Yeah, so I work on game design documents ahead of time first, even for like small game projects, just because it helps me stay focused and I have something to work from. If I'm like, what do I do? Or like I'm panicking, like I can start making checklists, I can start cutting things out. Um, I've already archived it, but I had a project in here for Archimist. I think it's cut out here. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, it's archived. No, I can't pull it out of here. So it's gone. I was gonna, oh, oh yeah, this is right. That's right. I was gonna make a game design document for a memory game, to help me learn Godot. So same deal here. I made it through quite a bit of it. And I was like, no, I'm gonna make something more fun for me. You couldn't draw. How do I say your name? Is it Zhao? Um, I didn't think I could either, and I just started drawing one day, and I had fun. I drew a lot of circles. I drew a lot of lines. I actually took a course to like learn how to draw, and it was a lot of fun. So there's a lot of messing up, but that's kind of part of the journey. You have to want to.
Drawing is all about shapes, basic shapes and practice. And that's it. It's literally it.
Yeah, let me find that course. Let me find the course for you. I can share it here. The one that I learned, and it's Procreate. Uh,
Procreate's only available on iPad, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, you technically can use Photoshop and a tablet as well.
Can you get Clip Art Studio on tablet
It
or on
sucks.
iPad?
It sucks. The
Really?
Clip Studio, yeah,
Oh, Clip Studio, that's what it's called.
it is not good.
I guess you can use it on your computer with a tablet.
Uh,
So for you, okay.
Archived. I think I archived it. Hang on. Yeah, by Simon Foster. So let me. It says. Sorry, it says 18 hours. It took me like, yeah, maybe it was like 40. But that's the course that I took to learn Procreate to get to where I was today, and I think learning the software was the biggest thing for me. Yeah, no problem. I'm in my rage stage in art. Ooga booga. Yeah, yeah, you gotta go through it where you're drawing angry things. I have like an emo drawing that I did when I was starting to learn to draw too. So I've been there. And honestly, when I was younger, I used to draw stuff in my math notebooks that I wouldn't be proud of today. I drew a lot of war scenes. I was You have to get through it sometimes. What happened with the game design tool? Uh Nothing happened. A lot of stuff happened in the WordPress world that kind of swayed me away. I was gonna make it using WordPress, but I have to back off from that, and I'm gonna make the game design document tool in React.
I was gonna say, are you gonna do React?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it in React with Tailwind, and it's just gonna take me a little bit longer, but I think making a form is gonna be easier. So it's gonna take a little bit of time, but now that GPT has that they've got the canvas thing that you can write code in and like kind of work together on, it's going to be a lot easier, I think. So I'm going to try to lean on that a little bit. Welcome in, Stoffhimmel. That's the logic behind Puzzle Pong. Why start with something too simple? Yeah, yeah, and that's my first game in Godot was not simple by any means. So I was like, my next game needs to be a survivor's game, but it needs to be different because if I'm just making a survivor's game, then I might as well make, continue with that course, which I wonder if it even works. Cough, Blazer. Cough. Yeah, I mean, I could maybe. I looked at Blazer.
What's Blazer?
It's another web engine thing.
Like a CMS?
No, it's a web
No.
framework,
Mm.
but it uses C sharp.
Oh, I've heard of that. I know some of these words.
So this is the game that I was making through a course, and this is actually what I learned Godot in. And so I only made it halfway through this course before I started making my first game. But I'm gonna take some of these concepts from like obviously the survivors games and stuff, and I'm gonna try to make my own. See if I can get the spinning axes are my favorite. Freaking love these things. Shoot out an axe, dang it. There it goes. Wee. So you could say I've started my survivors game, but this isn't it. Look, we can do 2 axes now.
Now just put a little apron and a hat on that guy and make those spatulas. Boom.
We got the fry cook. You never went through an angry period, Stoff? Guess you're gonna be going through it pretty soon. uh yeah, so this is literally it. Like I think it maybe bricks out eventually where you can't go any further or anything. But I learned a lot from this, like the collision, the tile mapping, the movement. I learned GD script through this as well, and then I like mostly use the docs. But anyways, I haven't written a single line of words since everybody showed up. So welcome in everyone. I'm the average goob, and I get distracted very easily.
It's true.
So we're working on career mode. It's fine, you know. Yeah, I'm glad I made that emote. How many times have I said you know since I made that emote? I don't even know.
Probably less than before you made it.
Yeah, but now I notice everybody saying it in movies, TV shows, out and about. Like everybody says you know so much.
I don't even notice it unless you point it out.
Because I notice it, you know?
Oh, I know.
Mm. Hey, guess what?
Hmm.
I've accomplished my standing time,
Hey. Nice.
but I'm still feeling pretty standy, so I'm going to keep standing.
You're a real stand up guy.
Thanks. Thanks. I tend to say no what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd say that a lot too.
Know what I mean? Not mean?
Okay. In career mode, the player starts out with nothing and progresses through the company by completing various tasks, such as mini games in the form of completing work-related tasks, survivors combat in the form of daydreams and naps, quests in the form of job board missions that you can take on for bonus XP and money. And then in the career mode, I have to try to think of like what progresses each level. So each corporation is made up of multiple levels. To progress, progress. To progress a level, the player must defeat that floor's boss of sorts. Hey, Jai okay. Until you correct me. Zhao? Zhao okay? I don't know.
Zhao.
Zhao sounds right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I'm glad you like my document enough to follow. Hopefully I can start getting to the game dev part pretty soon. I got to start prototyping talent systems and stuff ASAP because I'm scared to do it. Um,
Were you scared?
because they've got to be. I'm gonna try to keep them within one screen, but I feel like they're gonna take up like scrolling and figuring out how to move the mouse and the character, like the around the scene and stuff, like the UIs and stuff. It's all still scary to me. So, but I
Just
like
take
it. I
it
like the challenge.
just take it one step at a time.
So to progress the level, the player must defeat the floor's boss, and so the boss would be like the managers, like the floor managers. So we'll have different tiers of management levels. Um, to get to level's boss, the player needs to complete a certain overall job or task that's related to their current position. So in this case, interns would do things like file papers, get coffee, um, take notes. I'm trying to think of
Mhm.
what interns would do. Like they do like the scraps work. Um, maybe like spreadsheets.
Make copies.
Oh yeah, copies. Stock the bathrooms. Well, yeah, yeah, I guess.
I think a janitor would
Yeah, I
do
think a
that.
janitor would handle most of that stuff. Stock the break room. The break room and get like front door deliveries. Deliveries. So this would make the delivery driver the best. So there'd be tasks that like each one could do. Like the gamer can do spreadsheets really fast, and so they get a bonus while they're doing it. The delivery driver goes and gets the front door deliveries faster, or the retail worker can stock the break room really fast. Like they get bonuses based on these things. Oh, ordering pizza. You're right. You're right. Like ordering food for meetings. Oh my gosh, that's like the number one thing. I know there's assistants that do stuff like that. But I feel like the interns would get like the low end in these corporations that we're making. So I love that one. Okay. So interns, what's after intern? Like I guess like entry level. So and we'll come up with like names for these. So entry level
Junior or something.
would do blah blah. Junior level would do
Junior
blah
salesman.
blah. Um manager would do blah blah. I'm just thinking of well, I've got these on my mind. Intern, entry level, junior, manager, lead. It's like a team lead would do blah blah. I hate mandatory parties. Oh my gosh, I know, right?
I can't deny though, I do love a pizza party.
Yeah, I think everybody really likes the pizza party, but nobody likes the social aspect of meeting up with their coworkers after you've already been working 8 hours that day. You're like, oh
We
my god, I have
only
to stay late for this pizza party unless it's during lunch.
I guess we didn't I mean, I just worked at Michael's. It might be different for other companies, but like we didn't have like a pizza party. We just had pizza in the break room and you could just go grab a slice. It's the best way to do it. You can go eat it by yourself like a little weirdo.
I've got a so the little pizza party emote in my chat came from uh, a few years ago. I told my raid group if we beat a boss, we would get a pizza party. But we're all remote, so the pizza party is pending. Hey, Seto, welcome in. Deflux, you're so hot. It's probably because I'm standing and I'm a little sweaty. Welcome in, Seto. How was stream? Oh, you guys are joining me while I'm working on a game design document. I'm so boring, but hopefully I can entertain some of you guys. I literally just went through the spiel of who I am. So just go back in the stream and you can figure that out. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Welcome in, Seto. How you doing? Deflux, Code Void. Sorry about go all in the void more. What? Code Void. Welcome in. Ooh, GDDs are neat. Doing these can be quite informative. Yeah, yeah. That's. I mean, that's why I'm doing it. It helps me and gives me a reason to not actually start the project. So it's a lot of fun. And then I want to use it as like a reason to make a tool for game designers to help them jumpstart their projects. So I want to make something for like a game design document style. So I'm going to be working on a project for that, pending timing on it. But hopefully your stream went well. Share what you got. Let me know how things went. I stopped in for a little bit today, but not long enough to make an impact. I think I saw you looking like a mummy today, so hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your vocals are feeling a lot better. Uh, and for those of you that are just joining, I am the average goob and I make video games and I've got a website called Average Game Studio where I post all of those games that I make. So I just recently made my first game in Godot called Archimist for Game Jam. And I'm doing my own art for these. I just made one called Key the Board Warrior. That was in Game Maker. Quiet Quitter, which is in Game Maker as well, but it's a one button game jam. So like you can check out all my games here. I've got 90%, 100% of these are from game jams. And I've got a game coming out soon called Relic Island. It's a card game, a physical card game, but more on that later. And yeah, so by profession, I am a web developer designer. And for fun, I make video games. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing the game design part of it. So I'm going through and creating my newest game called Rise of the Intern, and it's going to be a 2D survivors like RPG. So everybody has their version of survivors and I'm making my version. So it's based in a corporate world and you instead of like a tactical RPG where the combat is turn-based or something, it's gonna be survivors based. So you're gonna have like this RPG leveling system, stats, abilities, and then instead of tactical turn-based or something, you get to fight survivor style. So we'll see where this goes. I'm gonna be making this in Godot. So it'll be my second game in Godot, and I'm a little scared. It did go well. I made some good progress in combat, and NPCs are working right now. What are they working on? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Godot is nice. Yes, yes. Yes. Do have to dash, unfortunately. Overall, things went good. I'm feeling much better. Slept for like 13 hours last night. That's a good sleep. But thank you, Seto. Go take care of yourself. I appreciate you. Your raid's in good hands. I may not get anything done now, so thank you.
It's in goop hands.
It's in goob hands. Yeah, well, thank you so much. Appreciate you. So far, all of my recent code in Godot doesn't quite work yet. Gonna do more work on it tomorrow. Hey, sometimes you gotta take the breaks. Godot will one day crumble to ashes and Unity shall rise again. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think Unity actually fell. I think they caused panic in the community, and the real Unity devs, they're like, it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass. But yeah, so again, Godot, Unity, RPG Maker, RPG Maker XP, RPG Maker MV, RPG Maker VX, Game Maker, Game Maker Studio, Game Maker Studio 2. I could go on forever. They're all just tools to make the ideas come to life. So, in my eyes, it's okay. Use whatever game engine you feel comfortable with. Now, if you want to be versatile, you probably want to go Unity C Sharp because you can use C Sharp so many other places. that's that's all I've got to say. Godot is good as my computer can't handle Unity. That's yeah, you know what? That too. You got to find what hardware can afford it. Yeah, it did spur mistrust. The WordPress community is going through that too right now, which I'm part of the WordPress community, and so it's a little scary seeing it happen. So now I kind of feel what the Unity people were feeling, but in the end, like You just got to use what's best for you, right? Yeah, and you can use C Sharp and Godot too. Exactly, that's my point. If you're gonna be learning, if you're looking for a language to learn for games, C Sharp. Like XNA Studio used C Sharp back in the day for Xbox games. And it's just being continued to use. You can use it for web languages. You can use it for Unity, Godot. I'm sure somebody's figured it out for Unreal by now, but who knows? Yeah, exactly. So I think C Sharp's good. It is good. And I was told because I'm using GD script that I'm actually I was using the wrong version of Godot. So that was made aware of that. Or I was made aware of that, and so I changed to the GD script version of it. And let me tell you, GD script is so easy to learn. So I don't quote me on it, but probably the easiest language I've learned. Anyways, so we're working on the level progress. So how I see this game playing out in few words, so few words, so many. The We're gonna have a career mode, a boss rush, and then mini games. So I like the idea of once you complete career mode one time, you unlock boss rush. So you can just fight the floor bosses. And then mini games unlock as you play them in the game. So whenever you first encounter a mini game, such as filing papers, uh, connecting thread around thumbtacks, whatever I come up with, you can go to the main menu and just play the mini games for fun. I was thinking maybe even Tamagotchi style, where like you play the mini games, you gain experience for your character. I don't know. And then we have just the career mode. I'm kind of fleshing that out right now. So you start out as an intern, then you get to entry level, then you turn to junior level manager, team lead, CMO, CFO, and then your job as the CEO will be to destroy the company. So like instead of filing paperwork, you're burning paperwork, you know? I'm still so rough with GD script, but you'll get there. Yeah, stuff. Yeah, like me too. I mean, I've only learned enough GD script to do what I needed. And it's like I'm not a master of it and I'm learning as I go. Like I enjoy it though. The learning process is so much fun. So yeah, just stick with it. You'll be good. Right. You learn programming through mistakes. You figure out what not to do. And then what's left is what worked. The CEO starts to grade till burnout mode. I love that. Uh okay. So interns would do things like file papers, get coffee, all that stuff. Entry level would be you would actually be doing tasks at your computer. So would be more, let's see, would attend more meetings, do more computer tasks, spreadsheets, maybe a little bit of event planning. And when I'm saying these things, these are like this is gonna spawn the job board quests and everything. So I've got like a list of mechanics here. We've got survivors gameplay, RPG style progression for the characters. We have collectibles, and for the collectibles, we're talking about Pogs. So anybody that's part of stream or in the community will probably do things where you can submit like a Pog idea. And if anybody doesn't know what a Pog is, they're these old school little tokens that we used to collect. And granted, this is actually before my time too. So um, a little bit before my time, but I still had a bunch of these as a kid, and I thought it would be great to like make some of these as collectibles in the game. And so kind of like what Foolbox does for his stream. Shout out to Foolbox making Block Shop, really pushing to get his game for Indie Game Fest. Um, he has like these little balls on his stream that he makes of people and stuff from submissions. So maybe we do like some art streams where we make stuff. People can submit their avatars or something. I'll try to draw it. Or you can submit your
That's a
own.
good idea.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. And then Pogs will be like sold in the marketplace. So this will be like a way to earn money. And you're going to use your money to buy like upgrades and use them for your talents. You can use them to pay for like certificates to make different talent modifiers and stuff. The game modes, breaking the fourth wall, just something silly, bring in some of the humor that like you get the first day on the job and the tutorial is like it's like the annoying guy, the annoyed guy who's like, you don't remember this? We had a meeting about this. You're supposed to do this, and just like not like berate the player, but like, come on, you big dumb dumb. You're supposed to know this stuff, and then just kind of lead the player through, but without being mean.
Not
Um,
to berate the player, you stupid idiot.
yeah, dumb dumb. That's something silly, but the job board where you can get like quests and bounties and stuff from other employees, and maybe there'll be some in there that like, hey, get this paper filed, or hey, can you go pick up this coffee order? We'll give you X amount of money or something extra. So just side jobs. A crafting system. This will be taking place more of in like the survivor style, the dream world. You have a bunch of craftable items, and I was working on some of the crafting things. So, like it's just office supplies, and then maybe like ramp up kind of the silliness inside of the dream world. And so these aren't like set in stone. These were kind of GPT generated, mixed with some of the ideas from stream. So like a paperclip whip, staple shotgun, the rubber band guns, paper hornets, pencil guns, the whoopee cushion landmines, just some silly things to like make weapons with. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to come up with like what kind of tasks would these level of jobs do. So if you have suggestions or ideas, feel free to share them. I can't say I'll add everything, but I will add what sounds like on scope, I guess you would say. Is this a ClickUp advert? Yeah, yeah. If you're not using ClickUp, you should be using ClickUp. Hashtag not a sponsor. Deflux. I love ClickUp, dude. But again, just like any game engine, you got to use the tool that's easiest for you to take notes. But ClickUp has the board mode where you can put all your tasks in like a Kanban board. It's got uh, a whiteboard, and I'm using the free version. And it's giving me all these things that I can do. So I can create like different flow charts and mind maps and stuff. And then I can just hop right in to my game design document, which has all these tabs. And I think Google Docs just added tabs too out of nowhere. Um, yeah, this is totally not advertisement. Welcome in, RTN. How you doing? Get help with Pogs once a design standard's agreed upon for consistency? Heck yeah. Uh the game. Hold on, I've got I didn't put normally I put how big my screen size is. I think it's 1280 by 720, so I'm probably gonna make Pogs at like 300 by 300. But yeah, they're all gonna be there's just gonna be circles. Probably like 300 by 300 at maybe 150 DPI, so that'd be like twice. Yeah, if that helps at all. So anybody feeling feisty on getting started on some pogs, uh, probably add all of them. Let's be real, because I want to encourage exploration throughout the game, and this is gonna be a way for the player to make some extra money. So I'm like, we gotta add something cool. Oh my gosh, I thought I was on the CMO part here. Then I saw would blah blah blah. So let's go back to junior. Entry level. Attend meetings, do more computer tasks, spreadsheets, event planning. Typically needs to be in their cubicle. So the entry level person, if they get caught outside their cubicle, you risk like getting a demotion or losing or whatever. I don't even know how you can lose yet because like the dream sequences aren't real. So maybe you can get fired.
You die in the dream, you die in real life.
Die in the dream, in real life, just like in gamer. All right. So junior level. Um, bring this down here. Interns. I'm just gonna bold these. Okay. So make sure that wasn't all right. 10 more meetings, do computer tasks, spreadsheets, event planning, typical needs, cubicle, junior level. So this is for a corporation. I didn't really define a job title, so they're just gonna kind of do a little bit of everything. So we'll do like graphic design, so like layouts, Tetris style, etc. Maybe you have to do like content writing. So you got to help the company with their blogs and stuff. Um, Big corporations. Event planning probably doesn't go to junior level. This person would be more like doing things. So
You need to post on their social media.
yeah, attend meetings, post on social media, work the full 8 hours. So that's going to tie into something probably. The manager, the manager gets to micromanage other employees. uh, let's do delegate work to others. Um, Post job board items. So this leads to some passive income for you. At the loss of maybe experience. Oh my gosh. So I'll have to see something about that. Like there'll be a trade-off. Like you can post jobs. It'll help you get more income maybe. Like, oh shoot. It'd be fake experience though, because it's like you're making somebody else do it that you're supposed to be doing. Okay. You're gonna lose income for doing this because you're gonna have to pay whoever it is. So passive experience gains, but loses money. That makes more sense.
Well, you just take a cut of whatever they're doing.
Well,
If
no,
it's
because
if it's
like
passive income.
it's passive experience gains.
Oh,
And then you're paying them to do it. So you're losing a little bit of your paycheck for them to do it.
spend money in exchange for experience or something.
Right. Exactly. Hey Ooga Booga, welcome back. What do you mean what does Sigma? I'm actually writing stuff? Shoot.
So what the kids say? Shoot.
They're like, shoot. Sound like an old man. 9 more followers? For what? For what? Just for the next arbitrary goal that Twitch sets for me? Hey, listen, if people follow and they want to keep watching, that's fine. If they don't, if they're just here because of a raid or something, that's fine too. Like it happens to me and like I don't mind. But let me tell you, they always come back. They're like, "Okay, what's he working on today? Oh, he's playing World of Warcraft. Okay. Okay. This isn't game design. This isn't game dev."
But then sometimes it actually is game dev.
Right. So you never know. Like it's a gamble. You just see the chat that has something that says 9 more followers. What happens though? Like what actually happens if I get 9 more? I don't know.
How many followers are you at right now?
772.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
That is a lot. Um, let's see. Okay, the manager, what else can they do? Obviously, everybody has to attend meetings. But it says I have 771. Well, I don't know. It's maybe somebody unfollowed and this hasn't updated. Somebody's like, "Yeah, game dev. Oh, game design document." It's fine. I don't really like I don't use stats to push the stream. I'm just here. I'm sharing my processes. I'm sharing my a little lens into my life, and um, I don't know. It's been fun. I started back in May, and I mean, like I used to stream like 10 years ago, but that was like Toxic Josh. That was League of Legends. But I'm a new guy. I'm the average goob now. Yeah,
It was old Josh.
that was old
This is
stinky
Goob
Josh.
Josh.
This is goob Josh. Well, good luck on your lethal company lobby search. Not going well. Are you trying to find a date? Because I mean, you could just go to one that doesn't say looking for boyfriend or girlfriend. Pro stream 10 years ago. Please don't say back in my day. Oh, my back. I'm back on my day. Kidding. All right, so they micromanage other employees, delegate work to others, post job board items, attend meetings, and sit around daydreaming. So, as a manager, you're probably gonna have more survivors combat. You're gonna be freaking out, like your employees are attacking you. The people you've been micromanaging, like you don't want to make people too mad, and you start having worse dreams. Lobby's low key be young. Yeah, yeah, that's what I figured for that game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Team lead will have manage. Whoa, that's a caps lock. Is delegation a skill? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what delegate work to others. So like maybe a mini game comes up for you, but then if you have an available employee, you can just be like, "Hey, actually, can you do this for me?" And it's you don't lose any money, you just get experience and you keep the money. So it's kind of a better way than the posting job board items, but this opens up for the player.
I
Eh,
like that.
yeah, and then the team lead can manage their team's tasks from their computer. They don't have to walk around, right? So they've got multiple people they can delegate to. So delegate tasks, autocomplete easier tasks without delegating. So they've got the experience now. Um, but now they attend meetings, they speak at meetings. So they have to have there's a mini game for them at meetings now. They don't just get to fall asleep. Manage their team's tasks, delegate, autocomplete tasks without delegating, speak at meetings. Progressively gets easier for the player in the day job, so they're going to be spending more time surviving the daydreams and the little naps. Oh, maybe scheduled nap times.
You get to like get your own office you can go take naps in.
Yeah.
Could be manager.
Special dreams? Maybe I should hold on. Hold on. Not special
Special
dreams.
dream.
Not special dreams. Hold on. 20 minutes late. I came in from the Seto raid. Welcome in, RGB Productions Games. Good to see you here again. Got the little goob goob next to the name, primed up and ready on a Sunday night for a chillaxing time. Is this, do people still say chillax?
Probably not.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
Back in my day, people used to say it, but not
Gosh
anymore.
dang it. Speak at me. That's not like a 90s term, yeah?
Chillax.
Chillax, bro.
The 90s were a weird time.
And they're coming back. Fashion of the 90s is coming back. I haven't changed. I'm still in baggy clothes. Nothing's changed.
When you look at like 90s fashion, it was so bad. There was like it looked like children got to decide what they wore.
It's like the baggy jeans,
It's
the
like a
chains.
2-year-old got to pick out their outfit and their parents just kept letting them do it their whole life.
So true. Back in my day, you know. Granger. Granger could tell you back in his day.
I kind of wish that I was like 30 in the 80s. The 80s seems like it was a fun time.
Hey, now, easy, easy. Yeah, I wish I was in my 30s back in the 80s, but
We'd
also it'd be
probably
so
we'd
different.
probably we'd probably at least have a house by now.
We would be nerds. I would have an old computer. It would be a new computer, and I'd be trying to make video games like I am now. I've never heard the phrase in the 90s. Well,
In the night, what do you mean?
back in the 90s.
Listen, the 90s were 30 years ago.
Yeah, RTN. The 90s were 30 years ago, dude. For some of us. For some of us, it was 30 years ago.
I mean, I was little in the 90s, but still.
Yeah. Uh, so I was gonna say special dreams. I was gonna say like cow levels. Like Diablo has like a cow level, so like a scheduled nap time with a chance, a rare dream. I don't know. Yeah, 30 years ago. Yeah, stuff. I just turned 31 this year, so. Oh, my back. Oh, just kidding.
As soon as I turned 30, though, all of a sudden, just sleeping just isn't as comfortable as it used to be. It's so sad.
That's true. That's true. You'd be a closet nerd if you were in the 80s. Nerds got beat down for no reason. Have you? I was a closet nerd in the 90s. I guess the 2000s, but yeah, I was a closet nerd. I played football. I did wrestling. I did all those things. But I was also like people knew I was also a nerd, so did it? I don't think it mattered. I guess yeah. In the 80s, I probably would get my ass kicked more. Right, those are the nerds that built the modern world. Like I have, I almost called it dick up. I have click up. I looked at the title. I have click up because of those kinds of nerds, and I love it. 36. Oh yeah, you're 36 years old. Yeah, welcome to the 30s. Honestly, nobody really talks about the 30s. I think this is when people experience their lives the most.
It's when your brain is finally developed. You actually start becoming who you are.
Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my gosh, that's what's happening right now. Big ol' Revenge of the Nerd. Speaking of nerds, what else should the CMO do? And for those of you nerds that don't know what the CMO is, it's the Chief Marketing Officer. All right. They create marketing plans, they lay out mini games, planning events, posting on social media again. Oh, sorry. Press releases, not new releases. Press releases. So a little bit more important documents. Um, and only attend C-level meetings. Did a lot of partying in 30. What? Oh,
Partying?
partying. Partying. Yeah, that was me for my 20s. My early 20s, gone. I went to Thailand, and that feels like that never actually happened. That was a different version of me.
It
That
was.
was
It's
the
a different Josh.
Yeah, that guy wasn't afraid of going halfway around the world and living on an island for a month learning Muay Thai. Like, who was that guy? I was doing zip lining in freaking treetops. I was climbing island mountains to see waterfalls, and I was going kayaking. Oh, that's not me anymore. Well, also I got really fat, so that stops you from doing a lot of those things.
Oh,
Just kidding. It's fine.
you're
It's fine.
making progress.
I'm getting back down. It's fine. Bad ideas marketing always has bad ideas. So many companies have burned from listening to the marketing guys, right? That's why I'm thinking like the higher level you get, the more bad decisions you can make, but you have to balance it because you're still trying to get promoted to CEO. And I could make that president, but I don't want to like make it sound political, even though this game's literally about climbing the corporate ladder. So what else? The CMO can also maybe something. Oh, you can fire people. I like this idea. Maybe no, hold on. Maybe that's no. The CFO, Chief Financial Officer. This person can fire employees. Only attends C-level meetings. Manages the money.
So what exactly are you planning out at the moment? How is this gonna be in like tied into the game?
So there's things that you need to do. So to get to the boss of that level, you need to complete your job's tasks. So you're gonna have an overall quest log that's gonna be your jobs, the
Okay.
things you need to do while you're awake. And then while you're dreaming, that's when you get kind of like your talents, your abilities, you get real world experience because you feel like you did it in real life kind of a thing.
You get real world experience in your dream. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's an RPG. I'll figure out how to do that. But yeah, basically what I'm doing right now are the different levels, the current position of the player. So you start out as the intern, and that's where like a lot of the grunt work is done. You go to entry level, you start having to stay at your desk more, you attend meetings. As an intern, you don't attend any meetings or anything. So like there will be like timed events that like you have to make it to a certain room. And if you like oversleep, there's gonna be like timers during some of the dreams where you have to get out of the dream or whatever it is. And this is all just kind of going on in my head right now. A big old brainstorm, if you will.
Let
Um,
me see.
yeah, but and like as you climb the ladder, you try to also destroy the company. And like as the CEO, that's kind of your job. And so I don't know what that really means, but like you want to take it down. You want your income to skyrocket. Maybe like you have to be a millionaire. Your goal is to be a millionaire. So your income needs to skyrocket, but the company needs to freaking go bankrupt.
Maybe the current CEO is like a jerk and he like insults you or something. So now it's your life's mission to destroy his company.
Sounds like a story to me. So the CEO, of the company, go to work for jerk, and they ruined your life somehow. Suddenly, Shinra Inc. What is that? That sounds familiar. Is that
They're from Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy? Yeah, it is.
I was like, that sounds
It
familiar.
sounded familiar. That's funny.
I don't really actually know the Final Fantasy story, to be honest.
I don't either. The only one that I kind of knew was the one with Cloud and Zack taking over Cloud's story.
I,
Spoiler.
w- I watched my brother play Final Fantasy 7. Or was it 14?
Those are
The
two.
one with Cloud.
I think it was seven. Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
I played the one on PSP.
Final Fantasy 14 is the MMO.
All right. I like this idea of like this being like a whole revenge plot. It's kind of funny, actually. And it kind of drives the idea of climbing the ladder.
Yeah, it was so long ago, I barely remember.
Sorry, it was in the 90s, literally 100 years ago. I was just a baby.
What do you have against saying in the 90s? There was a period of time where things happened.
Yeah, what do we was it? It's probably weirder to hear early 2000s.
So you can say the 70s, you can say the 80s, you can say the 2000s, that's fine, but you can't say the 90s. The 90s were great to be a kid.
You know what's funny? I just said I'm just a baby, and this song's called "Baby Born."
That's you.
That's me.
It's about you.
I'm the baby.
Well, you stood for a long time. Good job.
Thank you.
You can see your little Godot. Well, not anymore.
My Godot plushie in the back. Wow, the desk feels so low now. It feels so weird when you sit down.
All Sophie's toys.
Oh, all of her toys back there.
That's just a small fraction of them. I need to go through and get rid of the old ones.
A spoiled dog. Those are actually my toys. I like to roll around on the ground. I like to just squeak the toys. You think I'm
I'm in the
joking?
bathroom. I'm like taking a shower. You're out here playing with dog toys on the floor.
Sophie's nowhere to be seen. You're like, what are you doing? Uh,
I hear squeaking. I'm like, oh, Sophie was playing with her toys the whole time I was in there. And you're like, yeah,
yeah,
that's what happened.
Sophie was playing with them, not me.
Look at her. She's like hugging her pillow.
Oh, all right.
She's cold. Can't reach her blanket. Thank you.
Sleep. Um, boss rush, career mode. What level is this on? Do I need to go up one more? All right, so the boss rush mode, the player fights against each final boss, like each level boss. Literally. What do you mean literally? The cutest dog. We have a soapy emote. Little Sophie. Player fights against each level boss from the selected corporation in succession. These fights are survivors. You know what? Survivors is really hard to type out. I keep wanting to type out survival. These fights are survivor. Hey, Granger, thanks for the 10 bits. Big Sophie.
Big Sophie.
That's actually how big she is. That's how big.
That's actual size.
Yeah, it's 2 scale. Uh, our survivor styled combat. So, and then each boss will have obviously the waves of enemies that you have to fight alongside them, and it's just gonna be back to back. So that was easy. Mini games. The player will perform short and puzzle like tasks that mimic real world things, such as filing papers, posting jobs online, social media posts, like layout, movement style, and making coffee runs. So I was thinking, you know, the offline, the whole um the dinosaur jumping game, the offline thing. I was thinking like that for like a coffee rush kind of game.
I like that idea.
I'm gonna have to have like a whole section in the doc that has just all the mini game ideas. It's gonna be a lot. All right, we got the game progression, career mode. So you just need to progress the levels. You get to the last boss. You fight each of these. I didn't even finish this, did I? So each level boss, you have to do these things. Okay. Level boss fight is a survivors styled boost fight. It's a boost fight.
A bush fight.
Survivor style boss fight with, we'll say 5 waves of enemies. I don't know. I like literally Vampire Survivors comes to mind. It's just like you'll be fighting a couple waves of enemies and then the boss spawns. And the boss spawns to fight. If the player loses, They get demoted. If you're an intern, you get fired. Um, when you get demoted, depending on I don't know. I'm not gonna get that far. I was gonna say depending on like your standing with the company, you get fired if like you get demoted from like team lead or something. But maybe I do that. If you are C-suite level, you get fired. So that's maybe we'll see. So you'd be like you'd be a CMO taking on the CFO position, and if you lose, you get fired. And you keep your stats. So you keep like some of your talents and stats will carry over between playthroughs, but you'd have to start as an intern again at like the same or new company or something. Um, if you get fired, I'm gonna say you. The player gets fired. They can restart at the company as an intern with some of their previous experience. And I think in the character creator, um, from a new character, if the new character is created, um, essentially creating their resume. Hey, muscle man development. Maybe if you don't fit the job description with a T, you get ghosted. You're just like you go to start the game and like your resume doesn't have the stats or something. You're just like it doesn't actually start the game. You're like you get a blink, a little email notification pops up and they're like, sorry, you didn't get hired. We don't want you as an intern. You put all your points into like strength or something. Alright, you know what? Not impossible. Maybe as a joke. There can be a chance your job application gets denied. That would be friggin' hilarious, dude. That's a great way to enter in. Thank you. Welcome in. Soft lock at the beginning. You don't know why. There's no reason. They're just like, we just don't want to hire you. You're like, what? Can I be the recruiter that sends that email? Muscleman development. There is in chat, if you go to the point redeems for channel redeems, there is the option somewhere in there to name something. There's a chance HR doesn't contact you back. So we have this thing called stream names things, and I'll keep a list here. So if you want to name something, I'll put it in here and we'll just refer to this when I'm creating things. Because like all of like the classes and stuff, they'll have like different abilities. Like I probably won't call this talent sweaty. There might be a more clever or funny name that chat comes up with that we use. Now, granted, it may be different in code, but visually these are what it'll say. Just like the SS Goob was named really fast, and I didn't even name the SS Goob for Archimist. That wasn't even me. But that would be hilarious. It's just like you have the wrong stat set up and you just get denied. Put everything into intelligence. Denied. We don't need somebody that's smart to be an intern.
We don't want smart people working here.
You spent all your points on water. No.
Just have to build them back up.
It's okay. I mean, this game's going to be in development for a while. Well, now you know. Now you know. And if you stay in my stream during raids, I think you get like bonus channel points and stuff too. So even if you don't want to watch the person I raid, which I highly encourage you to because I try to raid people I enjoy watching, you get like 400 or 500 points or something, maybe 200. I don't know. You'll forget. Well, don't forget. Here, look. Every time this gets opened, there you go. This is what you get a name. This is for you. It's a placeholder.
Start saving up.
Yeah, start saving up. Start saving your allowance. You'll be able to buy a redeem name thing. Or, like some people like to do, and they think it's funny, you can redeem my glasses disappearing, or you can redeem me standing up, or you can redeem anything. No. No. No, don't do it.
If you didn't want it to be done, you shouldn't have said it. You're practically begging for it.
Alright. Time to take
Have
off the
fun.
glasses. I'm getting the cursor in the place now.
Just zoom in the document. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's just a document. Oh my gosh. Okay, click the button. Alright, we only got 5 minutes, so that's fine. Oh my gosh. Can I not work on this doc? Can I? Oh boy. Zoom in time. Alright, thank you, Seller Frog, for the no glasses redeem. This is fun. Alright.
It'd be like your mom's phone screen.
Dude, my mom's phone screen is so zoomed in. Hold on.
Or her messages.
It's fun. Okay. Okay, now we're somewhere. I'm sorry, everybody, but we're gonna have to zoom in a little bit more. Can I still? Okay, we're fine. I can read this.
Don't squint.
All right. All right. So if the player gets fired, they can restart at the company as an intern with some of their previous experience. Okay. The level, boss fight, survivor. Okay, cool. So, and when they win, so we're in a win condition.
Don't squint.
Sorry. What? Don't, oh, my eyes are dried out. Win condition.
I can see you fighting not to squint.
I can't tell if I put a semicolon there or not, or colon.
It's a colon.
Okay, so the player gets fired, they can restart at the company as an intern. Okay, so if they win, so if the player successfully, what? I'm trying to read it, all right? Maybe as a random chance the IRS audits the company if you're the CFO. Oh my god. That's great.
That's
Random
pretty funny.
audits. So it's funny. That's actually great because I said manages the money. Then we can have random audits. That's pretty clever. Also, is this better for stream having the text this big? Like, I feel
I
like that might
mean,
actually be better for everybody.
kind of nice. Wow, it looks way bigger on your screen than it does on stream.
It's huge on my screen. It's taking up the entire screen. Um, that's hilarious. Okay, I think the audits would be great. So because the goal would be to, I think maybe just collect. Where was
Did
I?
you turn the heat on? It's hot in here.
Um, if this player successfully collects $1 million in their bank account, they win. There is a there's a P in there now. Hang on.
They win.
They win P.
They win.p.
Can I join you in game dev? Um, Not for this one. This one, I mean, technically muscle man development. If you're hanging out in chat and everything, like it's like you're on the team with me. And honestly, like if you name something in the game, like I'll be adding people to the credits of the game. So I know I didn't do it for Key of the Board Warrior, but I didn't really have like a credit scene. I didn't have time. But for something like this, I'd be more than happy. I've done it before in the past when people help me with games on stream to credit you. Like if you want to be credited and you want a little bit of like a link to your site or whatever you got, like I'm totally fine within reason. So yeah, anybody that helps me, not only will you be mentioned somewhere in the game, like I'll probably do credits for everybody. So I hope that's enough, and I hope that answers your question in a nice positive way. But um, maybe on future games where I do this more as like a side gig rather than just my hobby, we build like maybe a little bit of team. Because yeah, I was actually talking about doing something with the two nerdy nerds and doing like a game jam with them. I've never actually worked on a team other than in college, so it's it's scary for me. Oh yeah, two nerdy nerds is great. Love hanging out with them. They did an AMA though, and one of the questions was if they want to do a game jam with me, and they're like, "Well, all right, I can put my glasses back on." Oh my god, the screen is so big, and I was still squinting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I can probably zoom out, but keep the text big. Is this terrible?
That's not bad.
That's as big as I can make the text. Oh my gosh, it would take you 9 minutes to read this,
Wow, it's pretty hefty.
but the whole document would take you an hour to read. um, Alternatively, if the player well,
This blanky's too big for my tent.
it's falling off. Hold on. Okay, so you need to collect, I'm thinking $1 million. If there's $1 million in the bank and the corporation goes bankrupt, um, then the player wins. Oh, there's another idea for the CMO, the opportunity to embezzle. Yeah. Oh, wait, for the CMO? Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea because you think about it, they can create like social media campaigns and they can like say it's going to cost 2 grand and they pocket like $500, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Secret money gains via fake campaigns. Oh, that's funny. Spelled campaigns wrong because there's a G in there. Biohazard minigame with the company fridge. You have to like extract the food. I mean, the fast food employee would be a pro at that.
That could be a boss.
What?
Like the leftovers come out of the fridge and it's a monster.
Oh my
Mutant.
gosh.
That could be the break room level boss.
Okay, and you know what? We're gonna have to do bosses, and we're gonna have to actually build some of those out. I'm gonna write this down though. Do I have a boss ideas? No. Bridge boss with biohazard food minigame. Yeah, no. The ideas are good. And again, they may not all make it. I'm the master at cutting things out because I'm lazy. But I will do my best to get all this stuff in there. I have no issue. Like this game can take us 5 years. I don't care. I'm just having fun making it.
Fun.
I'm having fun thinking about it. Like, you guys not having fun thinking about it? I'm having fun just thinking about it. They can line item the expense to themselves. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but if you get caught, so that's like this is actually a perfect step because then when you go to like fight the CFO, maybe I keep track of how many times you embezzled. Oh, we gotta hydrate. Thank you, Granger. You keep track of how many times you embezzle, and then when you go to fight the CFO, maybe those things bite you in the ass because it's like a dream state or whatever. So like maybe the boss is harder the more you embezzle or something. That'd be kind of sick.
You get called in for a random meeting and it's a boss fight.
Mm. You get called into their office, and as you walk in, they're walking out, and they fucking slam your face with the door, and you get knocked out, and that's the boss fight because you're like dazed now.
That's a little it's a little harsh.
They don't. It's not on purpose. They're just leaving their office as you're going into the office. Trojan Space Rise Up the Ranks poster. Trojan Space. You know what? Honestly, some community made posters to put in the game would be awesome. When I made Quiet Quitter, I did this. I did kind of like that. So I made they look like web layouts with like post-it notes and stuff on them. Uh, I ran by this one, so that one fell off. Oh, but you can see them like up here. I would have loved to have these like be posters and stuff. Obviously, I didn't have enough time. I made this game in a week. But like this, we could do like posters and stuff in game from like the community. So anybody in chat, feel free. You can start working on them now. The game's just think about it in like 1080p. So the game is going to be 1280 by 720. And then I'm probably going to make everything at like 150p at that resolution. So if you do want to make anything, maybe we can get it in game. Um, but it'd be fun. It'd be fun to do that. And I can do, if you're not part of the Discord,
Sophie's dreaming. Sophie, are you
how do I make an invite?
fighting bosses in your dream?
Uh, how do I share, invite people? All right. This is to my Discord. Average Goobs Discord. This is a special invite to anybody in chat. So I'll probably open up a channel, like a little text channel or something under game development. As a matter of fact, I could do it right now. Let's do a text channel called Rise of the Intern. Yeah. So if you join up in my Discord and you want to put ideas like while I'm offline and stuff, please respect the rules that I think are there. Same rules as in the stream. You know, let's keep it clean. No harassing other people, that kind of thing. But yeah, if you want to contribute, feel free. You prefer email? Yeah. Well, you can email the Discord channel. uh I can probably set up, I can do like a public like drop style thing or whatever with antivirus screening, whatever. Like as much as I trust you guys, I don't trust anybody. So it's not you, it's me. You can ask RTN. I had a hard time just taking something, music, sound effects, anything like that. It's tough for me. So quarantine that. Debuff. What's the debuff? CFO, you security, your ass is grass. Oh, imagine you got like caught on camera. That would be great. Okay. Let's see. Oh, the embezzlement count. Oh, it could be a debuff. I'm gonna put this under this note. How you spell embezzle? Oh, that was close. Same here, CFO. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Yeah, that makes sense. Lose stats if you're caught doing a crime at any stage. Yeah, I'll have to figure out. Like if you get caught, like for instance, the entry level, if you need to be at your cubicle for a certain time, if you're caught outside of your cubicle by the manager or something, I'll figure out what I want to do for like what happens to them. You know, slap on the wrist, 3 strikes, you get fired, kind of a deal. And I speak from the junior level here. I fell asleep at work one time. Anyways, win condition. If the player successfully collects $1 million in the bank and the corporation goes bankrupt, the player wins. Uh, for the corporation to go bankrupt, the player must spend the company's money, fire or hire tons of employees, and run out the clock. I'm gonna put this in parentheses. I don't know what the clock is. Hearing you say that reminds me of lumber. Yeah, I'm gonna have you move over there. That'd be great. You're just standing over their desk. But my stapler. My stapler. Imagine if they hire good employees and the company makes a hit software product and the game gets harder to win. Oh my gosh, that would be funny. Okay, hold on. And fire/hire people. There's a chance of hiring Rockstar developers. Anybody who's applied for a developer job gets that joke. Hiring Rockstar developers that make the next best, we'll call them SaaS, and the company profits, making it much harder to win. The player now needs to make, I don't know, 2 times the winning money. Something like that. That's hilarious. So the CFO can fire employees, but you can't hire anybody. The CEO can hire people to try to run out to the money. I think this makes sense. CFO is kind of in charge of like making sure they keep to a budget. So I did manager. I'm team lead. There's never a point I make the player HR manager, right? That's not like a step in the ladder. You never like that's like a lateral thing. Like you're going into HR, it's a totally different department, I think. If you need ideas for higher level corporate stuff, I can draw on stories I've heard from my late grandfather. Ooh, corporate stories. I think of Mad Men when I think of like corporate. I know they started kind of small, but is a corporate VP assistant to the president of the US Borax. I don't even know what that is.
Is that like laundry stuff?
Oh. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. You can pressure HR to go cheap on hires and sabotage productivity. Oh my gosh. I feel like there's some deep-seated feelings in chat right now of like things that this is the point of the game. Like we can live out these fantasies in a goofy little world. Get your 20 mule team. It's a cleaner. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It looked like it was for laundry, but I think it said like just general purpose cleaner. But used in laundry? I don't know. HR manager should be a conditional boss. You do things that violate the rules. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. You do HR violations IRL and have a chance to fight the HR department, the entire department. That's hilarious. Granger, that's funny, dude. Oh my gosh. And I mean, it would make sense because like everything that you're doing is taking place like mostly in these dream states. But I'm also going to do things like you can prank. So, on top of doing all your job related tasks, you can prank employees. So, okay, maybe um this is where you can set up pranks and like the IRL stuff. And maybe these will lead to a special HR violation, boss. Borax is a gigantic mining company. Oh, it's using so many things. It's using ant traps. Yeah, that's what the one of the primary things said. Sheesh. Humbling to new executives in a meeting, a CMO task. Yeah, so like so you attend C-level meetings? Hold on, maybe not attend. Let's do speaks at C-level meetings. And then the CFO just attends them. But they manage money, random audits. And again, each of these will have like their own set of mini games associated with them. And again, we're making an RPG with the combat being survivors. So I'm trying to get a little creative. I do want it to be fun. It is going to be a little out of scope as we start, but when I start making the game, I'll get more realistic, trust me. Oh my gosh, look at this gameplay. Wow. Wow. This is a good gameplay.
Extensive.
Yeah. Yep. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw this into GPT and be like, hey, simplify this for me. And then it's going to give me the main bullet points. And then that's what I make the game from. And then I refer to the game design document for specifics. Because that's what you're supposed to do. The game design document is supposed to be like anybody can take this game design document and make the video game. That would be the goal. Fake promotions with change in job title but no pay, or maybe add requirements to the current position before you can advance. For like a new game plus. There is kind of a new game plus idea because the game's gonna be replayable in different corporations or companies. So there will be a level of like procedural generation that I add to this, but for the most part, I kind of want it to be like story driven, the environments and stuff. So we'll see. But I think a new game plus will definitely need something like that. So like maybe you're an intern and you go entry level but your pay doesn't increase, so you need to go find more pogs to sell. But at entry level, you have to be at your desk more, so you can't get caught. So it kind of makes it a little bit stealthy collection kind of mini games. Like that would be kind of cool. Um, we've all been there. The promotion with no raise, aka, here's your new job title. Here's all the new things that you get to do. But since you've been here for so long, you can keep the same pay. Um, make up for the more responsibilities and same pay. Previous position. I like this. Okay. All right. I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. Um, if anybody's watching my stream about to try to raid me, don't do it. I'm leaving. I'm raiding somebody else.
Don't do it.
Um, let's see. Let me just find somebody. I I know somebody that we can make somebody stay later. Look at this. I feel like he's about to end his stream, but let's not let him. All right. I checked to make sure he wasn't. We're gonna raid Big Boy Games Official. They're actually working on their own Godot game, which has a publisher, and they've got a lot of stuff done. And he's got multiplayer. He's been working on dungeon mini maps and stuff. It looks like today he was working on more enemies and stuff. So he's probably doing a little bit of play testing of it, which is really cool. If you could share your support over there and give him some love. I will probably be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm getting pretty close to making it to where I can actually work on this game and start prototyping some stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. Thank you for spending your time here. Thank you for the raid in today. Seto, I appreciate all that. And thank you for anybody watching. Thanks for hanging out. Stoff, Muscleman Development, Granger, RTN, thank you all. Thanks for your help on some of the stuff, the mechanics and stuff today. I hope you guys stick around while I keep building this because your ideas are fueling it. But thank you all. Wait. No, wait. We can't raid him. He's leaving. Unraid. No, don't raid me. Oh my gosh, he was literally about to. All right, hold on. That's so funny. We should raid the same person. That's so funny. All right, well, never mind that. All right, well. All right, we're gonna raid his target. No, no, we're raiding. No, Hurley, no, I'm about to raid out. Thank you for your raid. I haven't raided yet. Shu, welcome in. Pearly, welcome in. Nemo, thank you for the hydrate. Seth Kerr, welcome in. I was about to raid somebody, and they were about to raid me. And I told them not to raid me. I was like, so let's choose the same raid target. So we're gonna find his raid target, and we're gonna raid them. But for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm the average goob. I am a professional web developer, but I'm a hobbyist game designer. Went to college for it, never got into the industry. So here's my journey now. And I'm making a game called Rise of the Intern. I was not ready to give this little speech. I was trying to raid out, but if you like game development, if you like World of Warcraft, I've been playing a lot of that recently, but I also do like Let's Plays. I've got Elden Ring. I've got all that stuff in there. So I've got everything. But if you want to see what I do, come check me out tomorrow. I'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, no, don't worry about it, Pearly. No, thank you. That's pretty funny. No, not just WoW. No. I've just been playing that recently. But no, I've played a few games. I play games with Stellar Frog. She's the frog in the little chat here.
That's me.
And then we just hang out, and we've been making games lately. So I made a couple games recently, learning new game engines stuff. But anyways, I'm out of here. I'm about to raid out. Let's go check out Mr. Goon and Watch. That was the raid target of the target I was gonna raid. So we're gonna join them. We're gonna do a little raid train and show some support for another game developer. They are working on a solo survival horror project. So let's go show them some love. Let's give them what the goobs are all about. And I apologize, Pearly. Thank you for the raid, but Anybody that's interested in my game that I've got going on, I'm working on the game design doc. So feel free if you want. I keep the VODs live. You don't have to subscribe or follow or anything. You just go watch them. And if you like what you see, feel free to give me a follow and check in. Otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.